Morning everybody, welcome to the channel, and you join me on a Tech Tuesday. So I'm going to resurrect Tech Tuesdays as and when I get something techie to resurrect and video. This is going to be a very simple one. I'm just going to show you how to remove the rear wheel on a bike that's fitted with a Gates carbon belt drive system. So there you go, there's the rear drive. I'm not sure what we'd call this, the rear cog or the drive thing. Anyway, as you can see, I can rub my hands on the belt. No oil. Ain't that lovely? Absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to show you how to take the wheel off with this system and then put it back on. I'll then also explain, how you change the belt. I won't actually do it. I'll just talk you through what you do to change a belt should there be a need. So to take it off, it's just a 5mm Allen bolt in there. You unwind it, take the axle through, drop the wheel out. So before we take the axle out, going from the other side, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to release the tension on the tensioner. Now this is quite a sturdy, there's a lot of tension on that. So I'm going to use two hands. So all you do, you just basically pull that down. And when you get down, you can push this like holding open device. It just slots in and it keeps the tensioner down. But I can't do it with one hand because there's a lot of tension on that spring in there. Right, I've got him going. So, oh God, that is tight. So there we go. I pulled him down, little button there, pushed him in, and there he's held. Okay. And that is the tension off the belt. Now we can take the axle out. So we've got the tension off the belt. 5mm Allen into the axle. Just unwind him. Take the axle out. And then it's just a case of dropping the wheel. And there you go. That's your wheel out and the belt is dingly dangling down there. How easy is that? So if you needed to change the belt for whatever reason, which is kind of going to be highly unlikely through normal use, it's a very, very, very simple process, and this is how you do it. So you take the wheel off, as we've just done there, and then all you do is you disconnect this link here on the chainstay, disconnect it, pull it down, pull the belt through, whip it off, pop your new one on, put it back through there, re-secure that, and away you go. That is it. It's simple as that. There's your flappy belt drive. That's what it looks like in there. There's the tensioner. There's a little holding open device or holding down device. And that's all there is to it at the back end. Absolutely nothing. And here's the drive sprocket on the back. Now when I first got the bike, I noticed on a few pictures that there was a bolt going through this here. I forget what this is called now. There is a name for it, but I've forgotten it. But on some of the pictures, I noticed there was a bolt going through here with something on the back end, which looked like, you know, stopping the belt. It's designed for stopping the belt coming off. So I contacted Nicolai and said, look, I think somebody's forgot to put something on the bike and I sent pictures of the screenshots of the bikes with this thing on and the picture of my bike. And they came back and said, no, it's perfectly fine. The ones in the pictures you see online, they have got a different drive sprocket on the back. I don't know if you can see it, but like I'll show you once we get the belt back on. But the ones in the pictures, it's a different design, and the bit which is on here is designed to stop the belt coming off here. But because this is a different sprocket, you don't need the bit on there. Now I hope that makes sense. Once we get the belt back on, I'll show you how it fits in there, and there's no way of it coming off because it's sat in these little, and there's a little recess going around which will stop it from coming out. So if you order a bike and you think, oh, there's something missing, it's fine. You've got one of these anti-belt falling off sprocket things. And now we'll put the wheel back in. I've given the axle a clean and a quick re-grease. Well, a quick clean and a re-grease. Let's put that down there, and all we do pop him over the sprocket, Get him in between. I've got my glasses on, I can't see him going over through the discs. That's it, get him in the discs. Oh dear me, Andy boy. Get your axle. And then pop him in and tighten him up. How easy is that? I will torque him up afterwards. I'll just nip him up there. And then all we've got to do is just release the tension on the chain tensioner, or get the tension back on the tensioner. So there we go, the wheel's back on. We've got a nice flappy belt drive. All we're going to do now is put the tension back on. All we're going to do is just lift the belt over, put him onto the little drive wheel there, and then to release, to get the tension back on the belt, all we do is just pull this down. You'll hear that click out, the holding open device will click out, and then that will go back up. So it's just a case of hearing click, just gently release, and there you go. Back in business. Job's a jolly good one. Now, I was saying about this bit here, there's a bit that sticks out and it holds that in place. But if you can see, the belt sits inside the recess of the cog. So Nicolai was saying you don't need one. It was only for the bikes with a different drive system at the back end. So there you go, folks. It's as easy as that. Removing the back wheel from a bike with the Gates carbon drive system. But explain how to change the belt. Just undo this link here. And away you go. And that is it. Right then. Tech Tuesday has been revived. Right, that's me. Any questions? If I can help, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. And yeah, until the next Tech Tuesday, whatever that's going to be, I do not know. In a bit, peeps.